All right, yo, welcome back to the DayDreamers podcast. Today we got a really special guest. At 16 years old, he became the overall novice classic physique champion for OCB. He also committed to TCNJ to play football, and he also has done photography for many sports teams and people, including my team. Ladies and gentlemen, this phenom's name is Arion.
Hey, everyone.
Yeah, I really appreciate you coming out today, and I have 1,000 things to talk about for you and everything. But first of all, it's like, why we really wanted you here and everything today was just because like you're actually someone that I personally know that is actually chasing their dream and isn't like afraid to like put it out to the public. Like there's still people that chases their dreams but still hide it and doesn't like post about it. Like maybe they do it like under like surveillance and everything before they reach the top. Like you were this post and everything right away. You did not care. Maybe you did care and there was a lot of steps, but from an outside view, it really looked like you were really confident in what you did and you really believed in your stuff, which is like actually really hard. Was there any like point of time that you said that you wanted to like why you did that, why you posted everything and everything? Like did you have a reason?
Myself,
yeah, why did you wanna like post everything right away?
I think I just wanted to like document everything, and I always wanted other people to be able to go through what I went through, and like I don't mean like go through the struggle, but like build themselves up the way I did. Like when I was in middle school and like 7th grade, people would always come up to me and they'd be like, "Yo, why are you so skinny?" Like I remember this one kid told me like just came up to me at recess. It was like, "Eat a burger," and I was like, why would you like the audacity to say that shit to me? Like it really like got under my skin.
Yeah.
And so from a young age, I was like, like body dysmorphia and all that.
Yeah.
So like I hated how skinny I was.
Yeah.
But I also like I had a grasp of how like the body worked and how like I knew that like I wouldn't be able to change my body before I went through puberty.
Okay, yeah.
So I made a promise to myself, and I was like, I'm gonna change my body and make it into the way that I want it to be when I'm able to. And so that's kind of what I started doing, and I started just documenting the whole process. And I think documenting it is honestly the best way to go. Like I wouldn't recommend any other way for anyone.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty crazy that someone just came up to you and told you to eat a burger at recess.
It was crazy. It really irked me.
Dude, really?
Yeah.
So what made you decide to join a bodybuilding competition at the age of 16? Because that was your first one, right?
Yeah.
What made you decide to do that?
So I think it was my sophomore year. So the year before that, I was 15, and that's when I started lifting.
Yeah.
And I think for spring break, I went to California, and I was visiting like my grandparents and them.
Yeah.
And I told them, like, we sat down for dinner, and I was like, you know what? I told my family, I was like, I want to do bodybuilding. And they were like, you really think you can do that? Like, that takes a lot of discipline. And I was like, all right, watch me.
Yeah.
And so I just started lifting every single day, like getting in the gym and getting my body right. I started watching videos on videos and like learning stuff. I was studying my body.
Whoa.
Like that's the first time I've ever done that. Like I didn't think I would study human anatomy outside of school.
Really?
And then I started like studying protein intake, like what it takes to build muscle and all that, like that whole process. And then when I actually signed up for the show, like I was so like clueless to everything, and I was so oblivious, so I just kind of like went in blind and just, I don't know, I just let it happen.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, that takes a lot, especially outside of school. I mean, you're because you were you were doing football. You also were obviously bodybuilding at the time, but you also did long jump, correct?
Yeah. Well, long jump, I started that. Yeah, before that first show, I started long jump. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, it's just like that's like a lot of like stuff on your plate. It's like you got 3 sports that you're doing at the time, like trying to, and they're all like different types of like body physiques that you kind of need.
Yeah.
From what I see from the outside view, maybe I'm wrong, but also you have a shitload of schoolwork and like trying to get like better grades and everything to go to college and everything, because you're only in high school. You're only 16 years old. I mean, they don't even have a driver's license yet, and you're ready to do a bodybuilding show, which is like absolutely insane. How were you able to juggle all that?
Really, it's not as much as it seems. Like, especially during the spring, like I would just Like, there were times where I would leave meets early. Like, my prep was during the peak of track season.
Okay.
So during my prep, I would cut down on weight. I would eat a little less. I drink a little less water so I could cut down on water weight and all that.
Okay.
And now that I look back, track season helped me speed up that prep a lot.
Really?
Because I actually did the math this year about how much I run, like, per track practice.
Yeah.
I ran 5 miles a day.
Oh.
So that cardio is, like, perfect for prep. Like,
Yeah.
I'm burning all those calories, burning all that fat. And I think that's what really got me ready for it. And it wasn't really that hard juggling schoolwork because, like, now that I'm in college, I'm understanding high school work ain't shit. Like, that's not anything. Like, that's, like, middle school stuff. Like, that's just so...
Yeah.
It's so little compared to, like, my schedule now in college.
Yeah.
Like, my class schedule was, like, crazy.
Really?
Like, my Mondays are packed.
Really?
So it's, like, it's making me think, like, high school is really a walk in the park. Like,
Yeah.
balancing all that, it's not as hard as it seems.
Yeah.
And especially, like, because I wasn't in football season, I didn't have practice every single day, but I was still going to camps for college.
Yeah, okay.
But those were only, like, every couple weeks. And then I think, like, I would just lift after track practice or just leave the meet early to go lift, and that was it. So it was pretty easy.
I remember when I would play basketball, because we went to the same high school. When I would play basketball, I mean, I didn't really play, like, during the games, but during practice I was just out at this guard or point guard the whole entire time. So I was just exhausted, and then there was no way I was hitting the gym afterwards. I just didn't. It's like the thing that I learned this year. Like, I'm 21 now, and I just learned it this year. Was like all I had was motivation. You know, that's like my biggest thing that drove me every single day. Was like, oh, I'm motivated. Like, you tell me I can't do it, I'm gonna do it 10 times better. But now I'm seeing it as the fact of, like, I don't like motivation. I don't like having motivation. I like having, like, discipline and, like, determination to do that. Yeah. And it's, like, something that took me so long to realize, like, that's what I need instead of motivation. Because it's, like, a lot of people will be motivated for a month, and maybe something will change in a month. But it's, like, at one point your motivation will be gone. And, like, what are you going to do at that point? You know? Yeah. So you placed third in Open B. Yeah. So what is Open B?
Okay, so basically, like, in bodybuilding, or at least in the OCB, so there's novice, which is you're either a teenager or you've never done a show before, or so basically novice is teenagers, never done a show before, or you've never won novice. So if you compete in novice and don't win, you still have a chance to go back into novice. Okay. Then open is everyone. So open is, like, people who have swept novice before. Like, once you win novice, you can't go back. Really? So I won novice, and I had to go straight to open. And open is, like, where all the grown men are. Like, really? The dude next to me, like, if you look back at my Instagram, look at the pictures, dude next to me was 35. Whoa. I was 16. Like, everyone there was, like, old. Like, they were, like, 20s, 30s. I think the next youngest guy was 22. Whoa. And I beat a majority of them. So.
Jesus. Yeah, that is absolutely insane. So what is OCB? What is that?
I don't know what it stands for, but it's basically like a natural bodybuilding confederation. Okay. So it's natural and tested, which means we don't do, like, blood tests because I don't know why, actually, but we do lie detector tests, and those are nerve-wracking. Those suck.
They gotta be.
Like, they hook you up in a dark room. It's like it's a room like this, but all lights are off. And you're just hooked up to stuff, and they're just asking you, like, the most monotone questions. Whoa. But, so, I think they go around the country. I think the next show they have is maybe in Atlanta in, like, a couple weeks. Oh, that'd be cool. And, yeah, I think they just go around the country and do shows like that. Oh. Like, I'm cool with the organizer. So.
Really? Oh, that's cool. So, wait, where do you do them?
The 2 shows that I did were both in Atlantic City, but they were in different venues.
Oh, cool. So to become a novice, like, classic physique champion, is that, like, you have to be first place, or is it, like, top 3 or what?
So there's 2 groups in novice. It's novice A and novice B. Okay. And that is either split up by weight or height, and mine was split up by height. So since I was novice B, I was in a taller group, and so I was the best out of the tall guys. And then I did a 1v1, like, pose off against the best short guy. Yeah. Well, he wasn't short; he was like 5'9". Yeah. But I blew him out the water. Really? Because I'm taller and bigger. So, like, the B class is always gonna win because they're taller. Oh, so that's more aesthetic. And so I was first place in novice B, and then I won the pose off against novice A. And so I became the novice overall. So that's how that works.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's pretty sick. And that was all at what, 16? Or is
Yeah.
it this year?
That was 16. This year was a lot different. This year was hard. This year
Yeah.
was way more difficult.
So did you only have 2 shows, or was there more?
I only had 2 shows, and I plan on doing more after college, or if I stop playing college football. Like if my body just doesn't like keep up with me for college football, then I'll just definitely go back to bodybuilding.
Yeah. So the one you just did, was it championship called, or what do you call it? Not championship, but what do you call it?
So every show has like its own unique name.
Okay.
This one was called the Double Down Natural.
Okay, that's what I had down. OCB Double Down Natural Elite Physique Champion competition.
Yeah, so this one was actually like one of the I think this was one of the more popular shows this year out of all the shows they did because
Really?
First of all, the venue was amazing. There was like thousands of people in like the audience.
Really?
Like it was scary. The lights were so bright. Like I got on stage, I couldn't see 5 feet in front of me.
Oh my god!
Like the lights were just beaming in my eyes. Like if I reached my hand out, I couldn't see my hand. That's how bright the lights were. It was crazy.
Jesus.
And the competition was A1. Like it was
Really?
Yeah, it was top tier. Like some of the biggest guys I've ever seen naturally were like just walking past me backstage, and I was like, how am I supposed to compete with this?
Yeah. Were you still one of the youngest guys there?
Yeah. You think of. So this is actually cool. So there was a 16-year-old. I'm pretty sure he saw me on TikTok and saw my journey through the last show.
Nice.
And he hit me up as like once we got our like classes and saw who was in our classes. I saw that he was in novice.
Oh, okay.
So he hit me up. He was like, "Bro, I'm 16. Like I'm trying to do what you were doing last year." And I started giving him advice, and I talked to him backstage and all that. And he actually did pretty good.
Really?
And so he got a lot of actually backstage, he was getting all the praise for being 16.
Yeah.
And I was 17, and I wanted to like open my mouth and say something. And I was like, "Nah, let me let him have his moment." Because I had my moment the year before, so I just like let it all happen.
And the thing is, you still placed 3rd place, right?
Yeah, but it was 3rd place in a way more competitive group.
That's what I'm saying. Is like you were 17, like dude, you're placing 3rd place in like something where it takes years to get to that. I feel like for these people,
like the dude next to me, though, and like if you look at my Instagram, there was like I think he was Arabic or something. He was a fashion model, like a straight runway model. Like I'm going up against literal fashion models.
Yeah,
and I still beat him by 1 place.
Jesus. So how many competitors were there? Like, can you take a roundabout guess? Like, how many do you think were there?
Overall in the show or just for classic?
Let's do overall on the show and then classic.
Ooh, overall on the show, I'd have to say 400, 500.
Whoa.
Like for every single group.
And they do all the shows in one day?
Yeah, it's like an all-day thing. It's long.
So when does classic go on?
Classic, I think classic for this show was like 11 or 12.
Whoa.
So
dang.
It was like middle of the day, and like it starts at like 8 with the I think it's men's physique and then open bodybuilding, and then it's classic.
Jeez. So what? So how many were in this classic?
Ooh, I'd have to say like maybe 60 people.
Jesus.
Like all together.
Jeez, and you got 3rd out of all that.
Well, for open B, for open B, I got 3rd.
Open B.
Yeah.
Dang. Were you ever like doing these shows, like you gotta really cut down like water weight and like really stay away from like junk food and like all these things.
That had me losing my mind.
So I read your caption the other day, and it was saying that you were hiding food away from you and everything.
Yeah, it was bad, dude. I was like I was putting myself through the ringer.
Really?
Like the road rage I had, I didn't expect this to be a side effect.
Yeah.
My road rage was through the roof.
Really?
Like I would be driving to the gym just screaming at people.
What
and
the
it was
hell?
like crazy. Like I was not feeling like myself at all. Like I felt like I was starving.
Really?
Like I was licking ice cubes because I was thirsty. I was taking freezing cold showers because they were refreshing.
Yeah.
Like I never thought I'd see myself doing that.
What the hell? So how hard was it transitioning from football to bodybuilding?
It's honestly not that hard. It's more like when football season ends, you got to get your body back into it.
Yeah.
It's like when football season ends, you always end the season like all banged up and stuff.
Yeah.
And so getting your body back into lifting and trying to work those muscles and build up the bruised muscles and the beat up body, it's kind of like hard getting into it. But I think like it takes like 2 weeks to acclimate back again.
Really?
Yeah.
So you really studied like this whole entire like body and how to do it and everything.
Yeah.
How did that journey go? Like, did anybody help you along the way, or did you just start going all by yourself and trying to do it, like trying to figure it out?
I didn't really have like a mentor in terms of bodybuilding, so I kind of just did it all by myself. Like I looked up countless articles, countless YouTube videos, countless TikTok videos about just being the most like building muscle the most efficient way.
Yeah.
And I'm still learning more to this day. Like I have a workout program like on a spreadsheet.
Yeah.
That's not up to date whatsoever.
Yeah.
Because I learned so much more, and I learned ways to make it so much more efficient. But if I'm being honest, I'm too lazy to fix a whole workout schedule.
No, yeah.
So I might redo it before college, but right now, no.
So speaking about that workout schedule, so I just checked that, and it's on your Instagram.
Yeah.
In your bio, and it looks like you do abs almost every single day.
It's because abs are a lot more important than some people think.
Yeah. Because my big thing was like, I like so many people were just like, oh, just lose body fat and you'll get abs.
No.
I was like, I don't know if that's how it works.
That's really not how it works. Like for abs, like abs are a muscle just like everything else.
Yeah.
Like, you should train abs just like you train arms. Like curls is like crunches. It's the same thing. Like muscles can build and they can protrude more. Like abs protrude. Like my abs protrude even if I'm not flexing. Really? Because I train them so much and they build up just like a normal muscle, and a lot of people just don't understand that. Yeah.
Okay. So but your body's fine with working out abs almost 5 days a week. 6
My
days
abs
a
don't
week.
get sore like that.
Okay.
It takes a lot to make them sore.
Really?
Yeah.
So would you recommend for people, like, because when they look at your stuff in your bio, the workout, would you recommend them to do the abs 5-6 days a week like you have it written down? Yeah. Yeah?
I'd say like at least 4 times a week.
Yeah. Okay. So, but you had a different. I remember back in the day, you had a different one. You had a different workout doc that was like it was color coded too.
Color coded? Oh, I must have had a lot of time on my hands.
Let me show you, because I actually still have it. So when I was 19, maybe I used to I never really got serious into working out, but I always felt like I looked decent, whatever. But then I saw your workout schedule, and tell me if I'm wrong, but I know I'm not. That this is not yours.
Oh, that is mine. Oh, the amount of volume in there, that was before I did more research and realized that I didn't need that much volume.
Really?
Because that like shows how I learn as I go. Like, the fact that I keep changing my workout schedule kind of shows that like the research I do is slowly like perfects my schedule. Yeah. So I think my schedule now is almost perfect. Really? Yeah. I need to update it though.
Yeah. For the people watching and listening and everything, do you care if I post that on the DayDreamers like stories, just showing them? Like obviously it's not the updated one. I just want to show them that what we were looking at and everything. Yeah. When did you make that, if you could remember?
The color coded. I had to have made that like beginning of junior year, end of sophomore year, like when I first started like documenting my stuff.
So he was doing that stuff ending of sophomore year, beginning of junior year, and I think I was graduated, so I just graduated. I was probably 18 when I saw that. 18 coming on to 19, and I really didn't get serious into working out or anything, but I saw that. I was like, how is he so, like, I say kind, but how are you kind enough to just give out that stuff for free to like just random people? Like usually like a lot of people are just like gatekeeping nowadays, or like they'll just tell their friends like, this is what I do, let me show you what I do, but it's like you don't care who knows what you do.
Yeah, because like I said before, I want as many people to benefit from my advice as possible, and I get like DMs on my fitness Instagram all the time. Like I can check the last one I got. It was probably like a couple days ago. I get DMs all the time of people asking for advice, and they're like, oh, how can I think the most common one is, how can I build muscle? Yeah. And I send paragraphs back. Really? Like I love answering questions like that. I probably have a DM waiting right now. I don't. But see, the last DM I got says July 9th, Tried your workout on Google Sheets. Loved every single workout, man. Saw an actual difference. I'm mid-workout, and it made me want to talk to you. So, like,
Dude, that's great.
It's really DMs like that make me want to, like, keep going and keep helping people.
That's
so, like,
really cool.
I'm never the type to gatekeep my workout advice or make someone pay for, like, words on a doc. Like, I never understood that. Like, why would you pay for words on a doc when you can just text me?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Just ask for it.
Yeah. And that's what I always found like so cool because I remember when I saw that I was like, oh, he probably has like maybe like one thing, and then I kept on looking. I was like, holy shit, he has this whole week here. Yeah. I was like, I'm fucking doing this.
And I also have my protein shake. At the end.
Yeah. So you're new. So you're the one you have now that you said you want to update. You have your protein shake, which is like 6 to 8 ice cubes, a whole banana, 2 scoops of whey protein, and something about water.
I think I just fill the water up to a certain line.
All right, but everything else was right.
I mean, you also add a raw egg. I don't know why
I do the raw egg.
I don't know why I do the raw egg.
egg.
I just do it every single time.
Really? Okay. So yeah. So then does that taste good?
I get tired of it because I eat this that's my breakfast every single day.
Oh really?
It's been my breakfast every single day for like 2 years.
Oh wow. You still do it?
Yeah, I had it this morning. The only thing that changed is I add creatine.
Okay. Yeah.
And since I've started taking creatine, I've had like actually a lot of people telling me that I look bigger.
Really?
Like if you go to my TikTok comment section, there's a lot of comments like, "Bro, I haven't seen you in a couple months. Why'd you double your size?" And I was like, "Start taking creatine." I was always like against it because I thought like, in terms of being on stage, creatine makes you look a little bloated and it makes you look like you have more water weight.
Yeah.
But now that I'm bulking up for football, I need that.
Yeah. I mean, it collects your water, correct? Yeah.
It makes you retain your water.
Yeah.
That's why I have a gallon a day so my liver doesn't get fucked up. Because I think I took double my dosage of creatine today by accident. Really? But it's because I can't count. So I need to chug my water today. But I think I went from, so I started taking creatine during track season this year. During track season, I was like 190, now I'm 210. Whoa. So I'm 210 going into football, which is really good for me.
Holy shit, man. And you were telling me before we started this, like you keep your speed and everything. Yeah. Do you keep your endurance or no? Can you see a difference?
You mean like conditioning?
Yeah.
I think from track season, my endurance is kind of just kept up because I do plyo workouts and I train with Bruce at Team 5. Okay. So I do those Tuesday and Thursday. And then he gives us like other workouts to do, like 2-mile run with Peloton or swim for other days during the week. Yeah. And I think I credit that to like keeping up my quickness and speed.
Good. So speaking about track and everything. So you did just long jump for track or what else?
I did long jump, triple jump, 100, 200. I tried the 400 in a scrimmage. Came last, so I'm never doing that again. And I tried high jump, but I'm too heavy for that.
Yeah. So. Okay. Did you like it though? So you did this all what, senior year of high school?
So I did it my junior year, but my junior year I only did long jump 100 and 200. I'd never tried a 400 or triple or high jump my junior year.
And you tried all that senior year? Yeah. So are you planning on doing this stuff again in college?
So I actually talked to the TCNJ track coach, and he said I have a spot on the team for long jump. Nice. So it really just depends on how my class schedule is my second semester, because I'm not trying to have a crazy schedule my entire freshman year. Like, I can understand football season, but if track season comes and my schedule is still, like, insane, I don't know if I can do that.
Really? Oh. That's really cool, though, that he already said and everything. Because I was just, like, looking at everything, and it really did look like you were, like, the top for long jump your guys' senior year.
So I think I was on so there's like 5 different websites with rankings.
Yeah, I never understood that.
I don't know why. On 2 of them, I'm the best long jumper in Bordentown history. Jesus. And then on a couple of them, there's some random ass black dude named like Daquan or something that jumps like a 20, like I think it was a 21 something. I don't know. He just shows up out of nowhere.
You ever search him up?
I have, but I can't find anything on him.
What the? Does it say a year or no?
It was like 19 something.
Oh yeah, you're probably never gonna find him.
Yeah, it's weird.
But so what makes what? So your brother doesn't do bodybuilding. No. He's just
big.
He's just a tank. Yeah. Was he did he ever like cuz are you guys close? Yeah. So does he ever like talk to you about like your bodybuilding shows? Like, was he like excited for you to do it? Was he like, did he not care, or was he like hesitant or something like that?
So actually, for the first show, he was probably my biggest supporter. Like for the
Nice.
videos, if you go to my Instagram and like go to
Yeah.
the first show and swipe to the last side,
Yeah.
it's like a video of me winning.
Yeah.
All of that screaming, half
Yeah.
of it is him.
Nice.
Like he's like screaming like, "Oh, he's 16, he can't even drive yet." Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
All that stuff. Like I actually really appreciate that because he doesn't understand like the ins and outs of bodybuilding, but
Yeah.
he still comes to support me because like he's my brother.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I can't believe he doesn't know the ins and outs of bodybuilding. I mean, that guy's a tank.
He just lifts heavy weight and walks away. He doesn't even like lifting. He just goes there and does it and then just goes home.
That's funny. So so maybe I asked this like kind of before, but so is there a different lifestyle between all three?
I'd say it's a huge mentality change. Like for football, like obviously every football player knows this.
Yeah.
When you're playing football, you need to be in the certain mindset that like you might get hurt.
Yeah.
And you have to just accept that.
Yeah.
Like I got hurt this year. I missed half the season because I got hit in the quad.
Okay.
And I had like a like a wishbone.
Yeah.
I had half a wishbone growing in my quad, like
Whoa.
the actual bone, because I got hit my quad so hard that it shook calcium from my bone and it started leaking into my muscle, and that started hardening into like a bone. And you could see in the X-rays like I had this just shape in my quad, and so I couldn't walk for like 2 months. I was struggling a lot to walk. I didn't use crutches or anything. I was really slow in the hallways. That's about it. But then I started going to PT, and we did like ultrasound therapy to try and break it up, and they loosened it a little bit, but that's the most they could do. And then I started I was like, I gotta take things into my own hands, and I just started like lifting through it. And now it actually I think my right quad is bigger than my left quad now because of that.
Jesus. So speaking about that, especially because like that's such like a tragic thing to happen, especially when your whole life is something that's just like active.
Yeah.
I mean, you said before you even started, like you haven't touched a video game since 8th grade.
Yeah.
And it's like, so your whole entire life is this, like active outside, it's doing work, it's like pushing your body to the limit.
Yeah.
When you're at a point where you can't push your body to the limit no more, I mean, it has to mess with your mental.
Well, that's kind of when I picked up a camera. So that's I think that was a blessing in disguise because I've always liked photography. But when I got hurt, then I was like, okay, I'm sitting here on the side of the field doing jack shit. Like, what am I going to do? Oh, I'm going to get a camera. And I started taking pictures, and then I just picked up from there.
Yeah. So okay. That's actually really cool how you just picked that up. Because I know you, so I coach a high school team for a Catholic school, and he came and did our photos. Again, you were asking for dirt cheap money, which aggravated the shit out of me.
That's because I'm a new photographer, and Ben Rowe.
I think he can't. I think he maybe. Does he have glasses?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Like his pictures, top tier. Like he takes professional pictures. He was at MLS.
No, but tell me what it is.
It's Major League Soccer.
Okay.
And so he was taking pictures for, I can't remember what team, but it was a team in the U.S. He posted last night, and he's doing all that big stuff, so he charges hundreds for pictures. And I was like in my mind, when I was working on my pricing, I was like, okay, if my pictures aren't as good as his, then I'm not going to charge as much as that. So I started off as cheap as 15. Yeah. And now I'm charging people I'm charging a kid 40 for next week or something. But if it's not someone I've already taken pictures for before that's seen me charge dirt cheap, I'm charging 60, 80.
Yeah, you should.
To 100.
Because your pictures are to me perfect. The best pictures I got on my Instagram right now are from you. And it's I explained to him yo, not only do I need the players, but I also need my pictures in it too, because it's also something that's going to go on my resume in the future, because I want to be a PE teacher. So it's something that I need, And then for you to you not only did you get me, did you get the players, you got us in huddles and everything. I mean, when it was halftime, he walked across the court, walked over, wasn't shy or nothing, really got in, took all the pictures perfectly. And it's when I saw that shit, I sent to my players, and they were just going crazy. They were like, yo, we need him at every single game, blah 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 blah. But and they were just we'll pay him whatever he needs, and I'm like he's asking, I'm like my boy is asking for dirt cheap money. I forget how much I gave you, but I was pissed.
I think I asked for 30, and you gave me 60.
Good. Good, because that's what you fucking deserved. It wasn't. No way I was gonna give you fucking $30.
Well, I just don't want to like my worst. I don't know if it's like worst fear, but like one of the most awkward situations I try to avoid is me like asking someone for this much money for pictures, and they're like, "Oh, that's too much," because then that's like downplaying my work. You're like, "Oh, you don't think my work is good enough for that much money?" And like I just try and like be a little below that. So
yeah, nah, it's just like I don't know. I also saw it as like you were a super nice kid in high school and everything. We didn't talk a lot. We weren't like friends or nothing. But if I ever talked to you like when you were a freshman or anything, you were always just kind and everything. And I was like, I'm not giving this fucking guy $30 for coming out of his way, taking a bunch of pictures and everything, and then just walking away with $30. Yeah. I was like, I don't like. I knew your work was gonna be good. I didn't think it was gonna be that good, but I didn't know it was gonna be good, and it was definitely easily worth the $60.
I mean, I think the $60 actually made me like work a lot harder.
Good.
Like I was getting on the ground for some of those pictures. Like the coaching shots, like you know the ground angle.
Yeah.
I was all the way on the ground. Like
really?
There's some pictures where I was like laying on the ground.
Dude,
like just to get that good angle.
Dude, the one he took whatever. I'll pop up these pictures. I'll put it on my Instagram story, and I'll tag his photography Instagram on that one too. But there's one photo where I think that's the one you're talking about, where I'm standing there coaching, and then like you legit have the reflection on the ground of my body on the court too, which was just like, bitch, I'm the only one that cleans those courts, and I know I didn't clean those courts good enough to where you could get a reflection of me. So when I saw that, I was like, this shit is fucking fire.
That's like me getting my whole body on the ground, camera on the ground, and everything.
Dude, no, you like it really shows like someone that's really into what they do, like really, like. When you do something, you do it 100%, which not a lot of people can say they do. A lot of people can be like, oh, I'm just going to pick up a camera today and I'm just going to take a few shots. Oh, now I'm going to go do something else today. It's like, no, I'm doing this 100% and I'm going to do bodybuilding 100%, football 100%. It's like you don't cut off like just a little bit at all. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Which is like really, really impressive because not a lot of people do that. I can say that myself. I don't fucking do that. I don't go 100% in everything I do. You know, so it's really like admiring to see you do that because I know a lot of people see your Instagram. I mean, they DM you all the time and everything saying that stuff, and it's really inspiring because you need people like that in your life that you can look up to and be like, holy shit, like, it don't look like shit, don't stop them. You know what I'm saying? But there definitely has to be some times where you're, like, does your mental health ever get, like, messed up, like either during bodybuilding, football, like just like when you were hurt, anything at all? Like
I think just like everyone else, I have my ups and downs. Like I've had my extremes ups and extreme downs, and I think probably my worst downs have been when I was injured. Yeah, like because I felt useless. Like as a football player, especially being healthy for so long, I kind of built up the mentality that like I'm immortal and nothing can happen to me. Yeah, and then one play later, I'm on the ground screaming in pain, and I was like, damn, like that, like it really happened to me. And then I think I spent a lot of time just sitting and wondering, like, what am I supposed to do with myself? Like now, like I always, like, especially because the coaches would always be like, just play through injury. Like once I got hit, I tried to play again, and I made it worse. Really? Yeah, I tried to play 2 weeks later on senior night because I did not want to miss senior night. Oh, yeah. I was like, you know what, I'm going to thug it out. Yeah. I was limping the whole game. No. I got put on the top of my head by an old lineman because I couldn't run fast enough to get by him. Jeez. Like, he flipped me over. There's a picture of me. I can pull it up right now. There's a picture of me on the top of my head. Oh, my God. Because I was getting, like, thrown around because I couldn't compete because my leg was just dragging behind me. I had no power out of it. And so that was kind of like, that was probably my lowest point this year was when I felt like I really wanted to quit football. Like I lost my passion when I got injured. Like I had no motivation to come to practice. Like I was skipping practices, not like that much, but I skipped on my birthday, obviously. Yeah. But like, I don't know. It was really a down point. And then another down point I think would be before my bodybuilding show because I was not getting enough nutrition. Yeah. And I wasn't getting any water in my brain. Like it felt surreal. Like, you know, like deja vu. Yeah. Imagine feeling that for 2 straight weeks. Jeez. Like everything feels like deja vu. And it was just, things didn't come back to normal until I took like that first bite of a burger after the show. No. And I actually got some food back in my system, and that's when life felt better. Yeah. Like I seriously considered therapy after my show because I was like, it rewired my brain completely. Like putting
Wow.
myself through that, it felt like I was near death. And then
Jesus.
it took so long to get back into it.
Jesus. Was that your first show or this show that this passed?
It was this show. Like my first show, I did not go anywhere near as hard. And I was like, for this show in February, I told myself, I was like, you know what? I want to win.
Yeah.
So I did everything in my power to win. And my girlfriend at the time, she actually would get mad at me all the time. She'd be like, oh, you're pushing yourself too hard, blah, blah, blah. Like there was this day where I think it was 3 days out from the show.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a scheduling delay with my haircut because I had to get a haircut before the show.
Yeah.
And so I'm at the barbershop getting my hair cut and braided. I'm there for 6 hours.
Whoa.
Was not supposed to be there for 6 hours. So I'm speeding home.
Yeah.
Gym closes in 30 minutes. I'm like, fuck. Like, I got to get there in time so I can get my last arm day in before the show.
Yeah.
So I'm speeding, like, full, like, flooring that shit.
Yeah.
Like, going 100 on the highway, but it was nighttime, so it was empty.
Yeah.
And I'm like, my road rage is through the roof. I'm having a full mental breakdown, crying behind the wheel.
No.
I get to the gym, hit my arms, and then I'm happy and I'm fine for the rest of the day. And it was just in and out, like, cycles like that. Like, oh, my God, my world is falling apart if I don't hit my arms.
Yeah.
And then after that, I'll be fine. And then it was just kind of like, it was kind of that same thing every day. Like, I wouldn't feel fine until I lifted. Like, lifting became like a drug during my prep.
Jesus. So what was funny that you said that I just wanna like point out real quick is like you said after you were done bodybuilding and the show was over, the first thing you ate was a burger.
Yeah.
And then the funny thing is like when you were a kid on recess, you got told to eat a burger.
Yeah.
So you just won a bodybuilding show and you eat a burger. It's like
came full circle.
Exactly, dude. That's actually really fucking funny. When I heard that, I did not want to cut you off at all, but I was like, that's fucking pretty fucking cool, man. I think what people don't know is like how much mental health actually impacts people. Like how like important it is to have a good mental health.
Yeah, like a lot of people, I think in terms of men especially, like men will have like really bad mental health and then they just won't talk about it because they think like no one else understands.
Yeah.
But in reality, like I have the mindset where I think, like I just assume everyone's going through like the craziest shit and they just don't say anything.
Yeah, yeah.
Because like as a person who's gone through a lot and I don't say much about it, I just assume like, oh, I may be struggling, but I can guarantee the person next to me has gone through some crazy shit too. Yeah. And if they're fine, then I'm fine. So that's kind of like how I think in regards to that.
That's pretty crazy actually. Yeah. Because it's like I have a really good core friend group. Like right now it's like if I'm being honest, it's kind of splitting up and everything. And I always I don't really pray too much, but I just got back into it and everything where it's just like I pray for my friends and I hope they're well and everything because I know they're not going to reach out. I mean, we're all stubborn motherfuckers that won't reach out. And it's like, I always pray that they like come to me and talk to me and it's like, but it's like you probably like care so much about your friends and everything. I mean, they come to your bodybuilding shows and everything and you probably always want to reach out for your friends if they ever needed anything. You probably would always let them know 100%. But it's just the fact of like, I feel like a lot of people cover that up of like, I'm praying for my friends. I'm praying like I hope they come talk to me. Like come talk to me. But they never take their own advice of like I never go to my friends and like do that no more. I don't like be like, hey, I need to talk to someone anymore because sometimes it's like what if like why would they want to hear, you know? So it's like you always just keep it to yourself.
Yeah, like you don't want them to like judge you.
Exactly. That's such like a big thing because I remember like. The game you came to was my first game. That team that we played against for my basketball team that I was coaching, that team that beat us that day, they went on to be undefeated and come in third place, I think, but they were first overall in the season. We won the championship, but it's like after we lost that one thing when I started coaching them after November 1st, and I think that picture was taken way past November 1st, like sometime in February, maybe January or something like that. I don't know. But it's like after all that work that we did every single time, and I would have to leave Rowan, come home, and then I wouldn't get back to school until 12 a.m., and then I had class at 8 a.m. I mean, it was something that I was so passionate about, especially since my grandfather is in the Hall of Fame for that organization as a coach. So it's like you feel like you got a lot riding on your shoulder. And I remember we lost, and I was trying to like keep everything all calm and cool. And then I go back to my apartment later on in the night, and I probably make it home by like 2 a.m. just because I was just freaking out and everything. Again, it's only one game, but I remember I had my girlfriend was with me, and I'm in the shower, legit this like bawling my eyes out, and she has to come in, and she's like trying to calm me down. And I'm just like, I'm not screaming or anything, but it's just like you get to a point where it's like got so much fucking built up, and it's like you can't take it, which is like
losing is heartbreaking.
Yeah, it's like the fucking worst thing in the world. Like whoever says they're fine with losing is just like they're either lying to themselves or they just don't care.
Yeah,
you know,
to not to not feel sad when you lose, you have to like not really care about what you're playing for then. Because what was it? I think it was first game of the season this year against Overbrook.
Okay.
Like we came into the season like with a lot of like weight on our shoulders, and we were so hyped up. And then like that Overbrook game, so many people got injured. Like 3 injuries happened, and we were so amped up throughout the game. Like we started the game amazing, touchdown after touchdown after touchdown. And so when we started losing grip of the game, you could see people breaking down. Like some people were like losing their shit. Like I think like 7 people cried.
Whoa.
And after the game, I chucked my helmet down the field.
Yeah.
Like I was pissed, and then I went home and I cried. Like it was just losing is just so heartbreaking. And if you don't like get mad from losing, then you probably shouldn't be playing.
Yeah, you probably should not be doing what you're doing. And that's the same with like with everything, with life, with like if you have a significant other and like stuff's not going right and it's like you don't feel nothing, you don't feel like fixing it, it's like maybe you shouldn't be in that situation. Or it's like with work, if your boss is yelling at you that you're doing something wrong and you don't give a shit, get the fuck out of that job. Go do something, because you're taking someone else's time. Like with the sport, you're taking someone else's spot. With the girl, you're taking her time away from someone that actually could care. With the job, you're taking someone's position. And it's like, if you don't give a fuck about what you're doing, go fucking find something that you give a fuck about. Because until then, you're wasting everybody's time.
Exactly.
You know, and you're wasting your own time, which is fucking terrible. So let's talk about your anything else about. You want to talk about the mental health and everything? Because it is really big, and we definitely probably will talk about it more.
I actually did do my iSearch presentation on men's mental health.
Really?
And it was actually about like toxic masculinity.
Yeah.
And how a lot of guys are like, they're not comfortable showing their emotions to their friends, like you talked about before.
Yeah.
And I actually think I've made a lot of progress in terms of like being open with my friends. Like when I went through my breakup, it was like a month ago. Mm-hmm. First person I called was my best friend Brendan.
Good.
Like, and I was crying on the phone with him, and he was like, "Dude, you're all right. You don't gotta like worry about crying, but just let it out." And so I let it out, and like I felt comfortable with him. And then I think it was like a year ago, last August, I was home alone because my parents went to Hawaii for 2 weeks, and I was in a relationship with that same girl I was with.
Yeah.
And we went through like some massive ordeal. It wasn't even a fight, but she broke up with me for like a day because she was dealing with some personal stuff.
Yeah.
And I was home alone, so I didn't have my parents, my dog, or anyone to go to.
Yeah.
But I had one of my friends, and he actually picked me up, took me to the gym. I was crying the whole time, but like he still was doing all this for me. He took me to go get ice cream too. Like that was really sweet of him. Wow. And he did all that for me because I was going through something alone. And I think building up those friends that you can be emotionally vulnerable with is probably one of the most important things in life.
Yeah, no, that's seriously it, because it's like you have a family and everything, but it's like you can't I don't know, for me at least, you can't really like open up too much because then they feel like they're doing something wrong. Yeah. You know, but with your friends, it's something different where it's like they actually want to be there for you, and it's really nice when you see that they're actually like real true friends. I feel like it's easy to just throw the word friend around. You know what I'm saying nowadays, but it's like, who's like your true friend and everything. And it's fucking crazy, because I remember I was legit going insane during basketball season, like this driving from Rowan to home, back and forth. It's probably like only 50 minutes, whatever, but it's still 50 minutes. And my girlfriend I have now, I legit went so insane, and I just put everything on her. Because I'm like, you're so close to me, I'm putting everything on you. Everything that's going on in my life, it's like, if you want to talk about it, I'm putting it on you. And it's like, sometimes I just didn't want to talk. Yeah. Sometimes I just want to sit there, and I'd love if she was sitting next to me, and I just want to be quiet for the whole day. That's just how I am. I just I don't think about it, I'm just quiet, and that's all it is. And sometimes she would just want to talk, and And I understood her intention and everything, but I just couldn't. Sometimes you just can't talk, you know? And it got so bad to where I thought I was disappointing my grandfather, my siblings, my family, and everything, just because I wasn't number one. We were number two. We came number two in the whole entire season, but I wasn't number one yet. And for that, it was just like, it was just eating me alive. And then I started messing up in school, you know, messing up with friendships and blah, blah, blah. And then we took a break. And then, like, that night that we took a break, I mean, so I just started, I walked in my kitchen. I was just, like, bawling my eyes out, like, drinking. And it was probably 4 a.m., 5 a.m., and I had an 8 a.m. the next day. And my buddy, Ryan Cook, he also lives in my apartment. He played football. Yeah. He came out, and he's just like, are you okay? And it's like, and then he just saw me, and it's like, he didn't need to say nothing. He's like, he just gives me a hug right away, and it's like having friends like that is like a gold mine. Like, you find something not a lot of people actually have that, which is like something that when we talk about this, like, some people watching is like, damn, I wish I had that. And it's like, you might not have it now, but you definitely will find your group and your people in the future at some point. If it's not today, if it's not tomorrow, you're going to find it someday. You'll find the right group for your people. You know what I'm saying? And it's always like, you can always say like, oh, my stuff is always open, which it is. You can always DM me anytime that if you had something going on that you just want to talk about, I'm always open. And I believe Arion is too, always. Yeah, I am. And it's like, people never bother me when they come with their stuff. But it always feels like for me and definitely for you probably, it feels like we're always bothering them. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And it's hard to get out of that slump.
Like, I think that's just kind of like a mental block to get over. Yeah. Because, like, people actually come to me a lot, whether it's for lifting advice or just advice in general, because I like to think I'm good at giving advice because I have done a lot in my life. Uh-huh. And, like, there was this, like, I'm not going to say her name, but there was this girl she came to me because she was struggling a lot mentally. Mm-hmm. And it was a couple days ago, and she was like, these guys, like, they keep treating me like shit, blah, blah, blah. And I'm not the type of dude to be like, oh, if he's treating like shit, just come over here, I'll treat you better. I was like, nah, like, you need to, like, I told her, I was like, first of all, get through tonight, because she was, like, feeling, like, suicidal and all that. Yeah. So I told her, I was like, you need to get through tonight, and then we're going to start, like, I told her I was going to work with her. Like, I'm not even close to this girl, but she came to me because, like, I'm probably the only guy that doesn't want her for her body. I want her to be her friend. Good. And so she was like, I don't know if she was like, I don't know if I can keep going. I was like, first of all, that's not an option. We're getting through tonight. I told her, I was like, I need a text tomorrow morning, and then we're going to work together to make your mental health better. Yeah. And to this day, I'm pretty sure this happened like maybe last week. She's doing a lot better now. Good. She's like smiling and all that. I think a lot of people, they just need the comfort to reach out to someone and understand that not everyone is scary. Not everyone's going to judge you or look at you a certain way, because everyone goes through their own stuff. Yeah. So you need to understand, like, if you reach out to someone and you're thinking like, oh, they probably can't relate, they probably haven't gone through this. Yeah. I can guarantee they've gone through it before. Yeah. Like, especially like mental stuff. I can guarantee someone's gone through it before. Yeah.
It's also, you got to remember that there's going to be so many people. There's a lot of people out there that still, if you open up to them or you even show like any like sign of weakness, like, they will pounce on that and just be like the biggest scumbag in the world. And it's like, but you got to remember that's all in the world. It's like, there's definitely great people in the world that will want to be there for you. And like, doesn't matter if you're your best friends or you took a science class together. It's like, I want all my friends, all the people that like done great to me or that I see as like a great person, to always be here and everything. But it's like, there's always scumbags in the world that just wants to just tear people down for no reason. And it's just because like they're either insecure about themselves or they're just like a terrible fucking person, which sucks to know. But I can't. So how'd your eye search go?
So actually, it was kind of funny because, so you know how you need an attention grabber for your eye search? Yeah. Yeah, mine was just like a blank screen that just says, I hate women. Like, I have a picture of me standing there just smiling. Okay. I was smiling cheek to cheek. It's just a big screen that says, I hate women. Okay. That was a perfect attention grabber. Everyone was like on the edge of their seats looking to see what I was going to say. Yeah. And I actually did that because one of the biggest topics in my eye search was about how men are like disrespectful to women because of toxic masculinity.
Yeah.
And because of the values that some men they have like forced upon them that make them change their views of women.
Yeah.
And like a lot of guys will see women as like less than, or they'll see them as objects because of the way their fathers, grandfathers, friends, mentors portray them.
Yeah.
And that was really what my iSearch was about.
Yeah.
I think I got 98 on the presentation because it was
go.
a little too short because I talked really fast. I was super nervous. Like standing up there was such a controversial like term, like just straight I hate women. That made me so nervous. I was sweaty bullets. I was wearing the same shirt. I had sweat stains. Like it was crazy. I can pull up the picture. But
you got it. I gotta see it. I gotta see that.
I'm gonna look for it right now. I know it's in my T Sanjay room group chat. I don't know if they saved it.
That's funny. That is a really attention grabber. So an iSearch, to the people that don't know, an iSearch is like what your final big project in what class? English?
Yeah.
It's your senior year, right?
Yeah.
Your senior year, like biggest project you have for English that is like most of your grade. It's called an iSearch, and you have to do like a huge topic, and like there's so many like different things that you gotta get into your presentation, and it's just like the most nerve-wracking thing. But so like standing next to a thing that says I hate women, probably with a female teacher.
No, it was Mr. Franklin.
Oh my God, I love
Mr.
him.
Franklin doesn't care.
Okay, then yeah, that's fine. But yeah, still, it's like such a such a scary thing to do. Definitely, I would be terrified to do that.
I should be pulling it up now. I'm close. My camera roll is a mess because of my photography. There's so many pictures to go through. Oh, I found it. Oh, I wasn't wearing this shirt. I was wearing a Compton shirt, but look.
Dude, you're so smiling. Can you send me that?
Yeah, I'm gonna send it right now.
All right, perfect. So back on the men's classic competitor. So you're an OCB men's classic competitor.
Yeah.
Does that mean you have your pro card?
No, it does not. So I was actually in February I was 2 places away from a pro card.
Really?
So you need to win open to get your pro card.
Okay.
And so that means I was like just different judges that maybe could have seen like, oh, he's way leaner, like he deserves it. That could have landed me my pro card.
Yeah.
But unfortunately it didn't. So I'm gonna come out either after I'm done playing football or after college to try and get my pro card, and then I'm gonna keep going from there.
Nice, man. So is what your decision is it either are you kind of like deciding between pro card and long jump right now?
You mean like for college?
Yeah, think because you have such a crazy school schedule right now, and you might have a crazy school schedule next semester. So if you don't have a crazy one, would you have to pick one or the other anyway?
Well, you can actually. I think I can still do like long jump with my pro card.
Really?
Like, because after I get my pro card, that just means I'm an official like professional bodybuilder.
I mean, like trying to get it.
Trying to get it.
Yeah, because after football, you said you would wanna try to get it. Maybe.
It really depends. Like, it depends on my track season.
Gotcha.
So it depends like how my class schedule is. If I have like super easy peasy class schedule, I'll do it. Like this semester, my classes are insane. Like I have 6 classes on Monday. Like, so I have 6 classes overall this semester.
Yeah.
On Mondays, I have 5 classes plus football meetings, and then practice from 8:30 to 10:30.
Holy shit,
I'm
dude! On a Monday?
Yes, I'm like, why are my Mondays so packed? And then Tuesday, clean slate, nothing, and then it's just football practice. And I'm like, why do they do this to me?
Yeah, why do you spread it out or something?
Like, it's just, I don't know. I'm gonna hate Mondays.
No, you definitely are.
Until December. I'm gonna hate Mondays.
Yeah, you definitely are. I remember my last semester I had 4 8 a.m.s, and it was like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday I had no class. But just doing an 8 a.m. in college was like the death of me, and I hated that so much.
All right, hold on. What's your Instagram? Because it's making me send it on my fitness account.
Dylan,
DYLAN.
DYLAN.
All right.
_DIA.
_DIA. All right. I just sent it.
Cool. So what I wanna ask you right now, but you could just wait until the end because it could be hard to figure out something right now. Is this like if there's like like something you want to like tell the younger generation or this whatever generation that needs motivation right now, either a quote or something you stand by or saying or just anything at all. Now you don't have to say it right now. You could wait and think of something until the end of the podcast. I'll just ask you right at the end again before we end it. Or if you got it right now, you can say it right now.
I say like something that like I tell myself and I've been telling myself for like a while would be like you may have like motivation for stuff, but discipline is like the top thing. And I'd say like to keep my discipline, I'd always tell myself like I don't want someone to beat me. So always try and be number one. Like even if you're just lifting, you think like, oh, I have no competition. Who am I trying to beat? There's always someone to beat.
Yeah.
Like there's always like if you're lifting next to someone and you have a better physique than them, it gives you like it makes you feel better. Like when you're walking around and you know that you look better than someone, or you know that you're more athletic, or you know that you're smarter, faster, like all of that stuff. So I think a lot of people need to let that be their motivation, because especially in today's society, everyone's handing out like participation trophies.
Yeah.
Like that stuff is not real. There's no such thing as that. Like you accomplish nothing just from showing up. You accomplish things from putting in the work and winning and getting those results. So I think that's something that a lot of the young people need to stand by. Like stop falling to the temptations of society and letting yourself stay stagnant when you can go above and beyond and really just create your own person outside of society and like outside of the societal norms.
Wow, yeah, that's really good. It's like I feel like such a comfortable thing for people nowadays is just settling. Like they just want to settle for whatever's easy. If they hit 225 on bench, they're like, oh, I hit 225 on bench, all right, I'm done. We're good. I don't want to hit fucking anything else. They're like, they just settle. Everybody likes to settle, but I know like for your thing, like when I took your first workout, the color coded one and everything, I went from 145 to 160, I think, out of the summer when I had that. And I was stuck at 160 for years. I mean, I'm 21 now, and it's like, and it's just, I don't read any like workout plans and everything, but I always remember everything that you put down because you had so many workouts in that workout plan that now I know exactly what hits what, blah, 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 blah. And and I took nutrition, I took anatomy and all that. So I understand a little bit more. But now I'm at my highest right now, but I just went on a Toronto trip, so I missed working out for like a week, which is stupid, but whatever. But I'm at 178 right now, which like I'm walking in the gym. I go to retro, so it's but there's still like a crazy big people there. Yeah. But then like at a certain time, it's just like regular ass 20-year-olds like me and everything, and I'll be standing there with my pump and everything. I'm like, God damn, I'm so much bigger than everybody. I'm like, damn. I'm like, they don't understand. I'm 178 under this shirt right now. But it's like it is really cool. It's like I remember I was in the gym one time, and it's like that is a big thing. Like I like competing. There was one time me and this one dude, we never talked in our lives. We only saw each other one time at retro, and we're legit squatting on 2 different squat racks, like right behind each other. And we're doing the exact same weight, and we both lock eyes at the same time, and then we keep on upping it and upping it and upping it. And it legit got to the point where he legit fell down and like crashed on the thing. And we turned around, didn't say a single word. We just dapped up and just cleaned up our shit and just went home. We were just like, it's just like legit this competing with people. But it's always fun. How are you so willing to chase your dreams?
I think a big part of that is like my dad and my family.
Really?
Like my dad's always been extremely strict through my entire life. Like when I was little, I knew him as like the man who's always at work. Yeah. Like I remember there was a time in 3rd grade, my teacher asked me, she was like, we were making Father's Day cards, and she was like, write something to your dad. And I told her, I was like, I don't know, he's always in New York. And now like as I'm getting older, I'm realizing a lot more like he was doing all that all for me and my brother. And now we go on vacations, we have like luxurious things and all that. And I think him teaching me like that type of mindset from a young age really helps me like really go for my goals instead of just sitting there and just letting them be dreams and just letting my ideas just stay ideas.
Yeah, nice.
Like I didn't really appreciate it as much when I was younger because I was like, oh, he's never here to see me. He's always at the house. He never like listens to my emotions. Now I'm like, I'm getting older and I understand like he's a real man. Like,
Yeah.
That's what it takes to be a real man. You gotta work your ass off.
Yeah.
And now, like, he made so much money, he might retire in a couple years. He's in his late 40s.
Whoa.
Like, he's gonna have the whole rest of his life to just chill in Hawaii.
Yeah.
Like, I wish I had that.
Yeah.
So
That's really good. It's really good to have a father like that, or a parent or a brother or someone like that. And it's like just today I was supposed to work with my father and everything, but I'm like you didn't tell me to work. Now I'm doing a podcast with Arion, and he's like but it's like he knows like this is my dream and everything, and he's like good. He's like, do it. He's like, you got to do it. He's like, I'm gonna do my work, do your work, and it's like all right. It's like always. It's great to have someone that wants best for you. You know, and that wants you to chase your dream.
Yeah.
Because it's like, no offense. It's like my parents are there was no offense at all. My parents are super old fashioned and everything. It's like they don't really like my mom does like understands the internet, but my dad got no idea. Like my dad just hopped on TikTok the other day just because he was like because his friends found TikTok and they thought it was the funniest thing in the world. But now he's sending me like 1,000 TikToks a fucking day.
My dad does the same thing. I think I have him on deliver for like 6 TikToks right now.
Exactly. But it's like when I tell my dad, like the first time I told him like, yeah, I'm gonna do a podcast in the basement, can I clean it up and everything and like set up like a backdrop and everything? He's like a podcast? I'm like, yeah. He's like, yeah. He's like, is that what you want to do? I'm like, yeah. He's like, all right. He's like, yeah, go do it. And then like there's this dating show that we have coming out, like a blind dating show that I haven't even put out yet. And it's like all we've been doing is podcasts, but I really like film. I really like making content and all that. And we have this one dating show that I already did and I'm still editing. It's been like maybe 3 weeks that I've been editing it, and I'm really excited for it. I literally had to put a backdrop here. I had Dave that also played football with you here. I had Kenny Asari. I had all my boys and everything here, and then one of my girlfriends from college, Rowan, she came all the way down like over an hour drive just to be in the video and everything, which like shit like that I really appreciate. Like you being here, I really fucking appreciate. My friends that were there, really appreciate. Her, blah blah blah, really appreciate. And it's like my dad helped me set up and everything. He doesn't really understand it or whatever, but he's all for it and he's all pumped, and he's like let me know when the video's out. He's like, you just got to show me because I don't know how to do that. And I'm like, all right. It's like really good to have like a father like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Really good to have family like that where like they might not understand it, but if it's your dream, they're all for it, you know, and they'll learn more about it. That's actually really cool that you said that and everything. Why do you think people settle and don't chase their dreams?
I think a big part of it is being scared, because a lot of people, like, I think everyone in this world is scared of rejection. Like, it's very rare to come across someone that isn't scared of being rejected from, like, a job, a girl, a significant other, anything. So a lot of people are scared of that feeling of rejection, so they just kind of, like, shy away and they play it safe. Yeah. And then also part of it is the way society is going. Like, society's definitely in the, like, you remember the thing I said before about, like, participation trophies? Yeah. Like, society is weakening a lot of people, saying that, like, oh, it's okay if you do this, it's okay if you do that. Like, no, it's really not okay if you're not pushing yourself to your true potential. Unless, if you want to stay, like it's okay to be weak, it's okay to be small or, like, be hopeful and not, like, fully work on your dreams yet. But it's not okay to stay like that. Yeah. Like, it's okay to, I don't know how to describe it. I think I just said it. Like, I don't know if I can say that again in a better way.
I totally understand. I think everybody else understands. Like, it's okay to, like, it's okay to be at a starting point, and it's okay to, like, understand that you're there, but you can't just stay there. Yeah. You know, what's your goal for just this year? Not your life, just this year.
This year, first I need to grow a full beard. That's one of the goals I have, because it's not connecting yet. It's kind of making me mad. But next, I'd say, in terms of football, make the travel team. So, like, being able to be on the bus with a team when we go to away games. Okay. That means I'm on varsity. Yeah. So first, make the travel team. Second, get playing time. Third would be, like, the best thing to start, but I'm a freshman at the end of the day. Yeah. And I'm also 17 playing against 25-year-olds.
Jeez, you're still 17?
Yeah.
Holy
shit. I turned 18 in October.
Holy shit. When's your birthday?
October 10th.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Mine's the 31st. Oh. Mine's a little bit better.
So, it's not. 10:10 is way better than 10:31st.
Come on, Halloween, man.
I don't know, but 10:10 is just so.
10:10 is cool. You gotta. 10:10 is cool.
Yeah. And then I think, in terms of class wise, I don't have like a goal for my GPA. I just want to be like academically stable. I don't want to be struggling in any class.
Good. Academic weapon.
Yeah, or close enough. I don't know. I'm not amazing in school, but my grades they've been all right.
Good.
And then I think I just like one of my biggest goals for this year is for me to change the way I like operate, because in high school I was always a very shy kid.
Yeah.
So I wasn't like invited to parties. I wasn't invited to go out or hang out with people. I only got invited to like 2 graduation parties.
Really?
One of them, I didn't get invited to a graduation party from a kid I consider myself pretty close with. He literally lives in my neighborhood, and he threw his graduation party. I drove by. I was going somewhere, and I saw them. I was like, "Damn, why wasn't I invited?" Like that stuff kind of hurt, and I kind of put me in my bag a little bit after graduation, because I sat back and thought. I was like, for my 4 years of high school, I had people that I consider my best friend, but I had nobody like consider me their best friend. Yeah. And so that's like when I thought, I was like, for college, that needs to change. Like, I need to make like more real friends and more real companionships, and just really like grow more socially. So that's probably my biggest goal, to grow more socially in college.
That's really good that you're living on campus and everything, because I didn't make any friends at RCBC, but when I went to Rowan, I have some like amazing friends. Amazing friends I just made like just this year, and like there's like two of them just turned 21, and they both invited me to like their birthday, and one was back at they just got a house at Rowan, and I went all the way back to Rowan just to go celebrate their 21st birthday, even though I had work at 6 a.m. with my dad. I was like, fuck it, man. I was like, these are real fucking friends that actually care about me. I was like, I'm going out of my way, go there, whatever. I'll have like one beer, and then I'll drive all the way back home at like 3 a.m., take a quick nap, and then go to work. I don't give a shit. If I have real friends, I'm gonna go do something for them. And it's also like my other one just invited me, and she lives all the way near New York, and that's like an hour 10 drive for me. And again, I had work at 6 a.m. and I go all the way there and I do it, and it's the same friend group and everything. But it's just like just them reaching out and like knowing that like, hey, I'm still here even though we're not at school and everything. Like reaching out to me is like something I appreciate so much, and it's like I'm never gonna take that for granted. So it doesn't matter if I got work at 6 a.m. or if I have work at 5 a.m. It's like I'm gonna go there and fucking do it. Don't matter. Yeah. But it's like, I can't believe you weren't fucking in, like, you didn't have that many friends.
It was, I don't know, cause
when I think about it, like, I can't even think of your grade, but when I think about like, I don't know, just like the people I know, it's like you're at least like from Bordentown under me. You're at least like top 5 of like the people that I would think of. Yeah. And it's like I thought like everybody like fucked with you or something.
I think
like that.
A lot of that is on me. Like I'm not like a super social person. Like I'm not. It takes a lot for me to get out of my shell. Yeah. And like actually go out and talk to people. But I think a lot of it is like I was known, but like not that many people like actually like knew who I am like inside and out. Yeah. So I think I should have. I was afraid to let some people in because there were a lot of incidences my freshman year where there was this one incident with a girl. I texted her. I was trying to be friends with her. Yeah. And I was like, she was in my Spanish class or something my freshman year, like right before COVID. Mm-hmm. And I texted her. I was like, you seem like a cool person. Like, are we trying to be friends? It was literally, that was the exact thing I sent. Yeah. She screenshots it, clowns me to all of her friends, calls me a creep, and then later that day, I asked my other friend, I was like, yo, why did she do all that? He was like, yeah, she said your body's nice, but your face is ugly. And I was like, what the fuck does that have to do with me being friends? Yeah, what the fuck? And like, that's when I was like, all right, these Bordentown people are a little fucked up. Like, I'm gonna back up a little bit and be in my own world. And then that just kind of like, that experience kind of stuck with me because she was like the type of person that had a lot of friends, and all of her friends kind of thought like her and acted like her. And I was like, if that's the kind of people that are in Bordentown, then I'm just gonna I'm gonna chillax a bit. Like I'm gonna lay back and be myself and not really like rely on these people that are like this.
Yeah, what the fuck? That's fucked up. That makes no sense. It's like people that's like, it's like people like that think they're all like shit and everything. It's like, why would you come talk to me? Like why? Yeah. Like why would you hit like, oh, you're a fucking fool for like thinking that you can like talk to me, blah blah blah. It's
like that's weird. And like looking back at it now, I don't even think she's going to college.
Yeah. It's always it's always the people. It's always the fucking people that like are like think they're all the shit in like high school and everything that come out to be like the biggest bums after high school.
Like she's all just good looks, and I'm bodybuilding, photography. I own 2 small businesses. I have a photography small business and a lawn care business.
Oh shit.
And I'm going to college now, and she's what? I don't know. Probably gonna start OnlyFans. I'm not subscribing. I don't know.
That's fucking funny. Wait, you have a lawn business?
Yeah.
How's that going?
It's like, well, I hate cutting grass.
I mean, who the fuck likes cutting grass?
I don't know. It's just for the money.
Yeah, of course.
But I've had it since like 5th, 6th grade.
Oh shit, nice.
And it's just like a little neighborhood lawn cutting business.
Oh,
I
nice.
just cut grass every Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Oh shit.
For me and my couple of my neighbors.
Oh shit, nice. That's cool. Is there something that you want to do that you're either afraid of or you haven't started yet? Or something that you just think of doing that you just don't talk about?
I think like going into like the marketing business, because like my major in college is going to be marketing, and then I'm going to minor in photography.
Yeah.
I think I'm really like nervous to get into that because it's weird going into something that like I have no experience in, especially after building up my experience for other things like football, bodybuilding, and photography. It's like starting fresh is always going to be scary.
Yeah.
So I think I just need to get through that. So.
Yeah, that is actually really, really scary. Because I remember going into college, we're taking like physical health and education classes, and I'm sitting there and I think everybody knows everything already. And then it took me a week to realize like, oh shit, no, everybody else is as dumb as me. No one knows anything. I'm like, this is why we're in the class together. I was so convinced that everybody knew absolutely everything already, and I was just the odd one out. And it was just like, I'm such a shy guy that like I'm not gonna be like, oh, can you help me? It's like, fuck, if I'm struggling, it's like, fuck, I gotta figure it out. And then I realized that fuck, everybody else was struggling, and it's like you look to your person to your right, and it's like, yo, do you understand anything? And he's like, no. It's like, all right, take down my Snapchat and let's fucking figure something out. But it's like it is really fucking scary for a minute. Yeah. But I have these these t-shirts that I want to like come out with in the future for like the DayDreamers and everything. Just like t-shirts that like I find funny, you know, and I want to create them, and then I want to give them out to like my friends and people that I think would like. That I fucking like want to, and then obviously sell them, obviously. But it's just like, so there's like these two really, I have 2 really buff friends back at school that really helped me get from 160 to 178 this year. Back at Rowan, Seti and Warren. Shout out you guys. Too bad you guys have a six person apartment. You guys suck. They have a 6-person apartment. Means you have to share a room with someone.
Man, I got a 6-person suite at TCJ.
You have to share a room with someone.
It's not that bad because I'm a freshman though, so it's not.
Nah, that is really good. I
like,
wasn't even gonna make fun of you. You have a whole suite.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine to share a room with someone in a whole suite. Yeah. I'm not sharing a room.
I mean, I don't think I have a chance.
No,
like, I don't have a choice.
You don't have a choice, but also you could have had like the worst thing in the world. You have a whole suite.
Yeah.
I was like, you're chilling.
I mean, it's a little tight in there and it's dark as fuck. It's whatever.
Put some fucking.
I got 100 feet of LED lights.
Holy shit.
It's gonna be a party.
It's gonna be a party. That's funny as fuck. Oh, here they are. All right, so we used to do this thing before every Dage and everything, like a Dage, like a party, like whatever, like a morning party. We used to, it would be like probably like at 10 a.m., 9 a.m., maybe the party. So me and Seti and Warren would go to the gym at like maybe 7 a.m. And one of my roommates, Will, and we would work out all the time and everything. And Seti and Warren would always tell us this stupid saying that I just want to put on a t-shirt just because I fucking love it. And every time I go to a party and I'm doing a full workout or something, we just say it all the time now. And it's called full body boner. So like you're getting a full body pump. Yeah. But you're just gonna switch it up and call it a full body boner. So that's one of the t-shirts. That's probably my favorite.
I would 100% wear that.
That's what I'm saying.
I would wear it on college campus.
That's what exactly, dude. That's a big one. Like when we were like talking about like these t-shirts and everything, because I was talking with Seti and Warren. Like obviously they're not part of the DayDreamers at all, but like they support. And it's like I've been talking with Blanche and everybody, and it's like that's like our favorite one. This like full body boner.
I would 100% wear
dude, that shit would be tough. Like you get And of course, like, I want to take photos with it and everything. Like, you get your fucking pump on and everything. You're just fucking wearing a full body boner shirt. Like, everybody fucking knows what's up. But we also have for the girls, we have muscle mommy. We would do it in like.
Oh, those would sell like crazy.
Oh yeah, I would do it in like some cursive type writing, and like it would be like a pink, and then like it'd be like a light, like weird, like purple type thing. It's like I don't know. We've been like editing the shit and everything.
I think like light pink for the actual shirt, and then a little darker pink for the muscle mommy. With like maybe a brighter pink outline would look really good.
Yeah.
So it's like 3 shades of pink.
Yeah. Nah, that shit. I feel like that shit would sell pretty good.
Yeah, it would.
Muscle mommy. Fuck, I'll put it on one.
Girls love calling themselves that. Like,
dude,
on
they
TikTok
love that
they
shit.
Love it, so.
Everything I see is like hashtag muscle mommy. I'm like, that's what's up. Yeah. That's a huge thing. Like it used to be like super skinny girls when I was super young. Like everybody loved like a skinny girl, and then everybody started loving like thick girls, and now it's like muscle mommies is about to be like the new wave and everything.
Not gonna lie, that's where it's at.
Yo, yeah, I'm down for it.
Yeah,
it's cool. So we have a T-shirt. Like these are like this supposed to be like real fucking like funny, like wordplay, whatever. We put make cheating illegal.
I think that would be good.
I think it'd be good. We like it because like we're getting older, and it's like everybody like what likes to talk about marriage and everything, and like a lot of my boys and everything. It's like, why would I marry a girl when I know they're gonna cheat like this day and age? And it's like, and then we started talking like we gotta make like if you get married, since it's part of like the law of government, like you're binding yourself a part of the government, like part of the law and everything. And then when you get divorced, usually the man gets fucked big time.
Yeah.
So it's like, why don't we just make cheating illegal? If you're breaking a bond that's something with bond of law, bond of government, like that should be illegal. So we will make these shirts and let people know, like, hey, maybe you should make cheating illegal when we get married.
I think in certain countries it is.
Yeah, in certain countries it is. Yeah. Yeah. Which I respect.
I would love that.
I would love that too. Oh my God, I would feel so much more comfortable like getting married. Like, of course I trust my girlfriend, love my girlfriend, but it's always just a fact of like just have it on the back burner.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But we like that. We have DILF in training.
I would get that.
Dude,
100%. I've had a lot of like in my little hoe phase I've had a lot of girls come to me to be like, oh, you're gonna be such a DILF, blah blah blah. I would 100% wear that.
Dude,
shit
that should be
on
fucking
TCJ campus. I'll wear it first day if I get it.
Yeah, first day of classes and everything.
Yes.
That'd be funny as fuck. We have a T-shirt that says I haven't read these in a while, but it says pronouns I'm/him.
Wait, I think for my spam Instagram, I think that's in my bio.
Really? I think that's funny as fuck. We have this one's also a good one. We really like it. We have a shirt that we want to make that's called I'm scared to mate.
I have a lot of people that I could give that to. One of my roommates, really? Yavi. Shout out Yavi.
Shout out Yavi. We also have I Heart Mating. We just like the whole. We like the whole like that wordplay. You know, instead of like sex or something vulgar, you got something like mate. Yeah. Mating. It sounds nice.
You can't get in trouble for that.
Yeah, you can't. It sounds nice. You can wear it anywhere. Mating. Then the last one we have I Heart Cream Pies.
Yeah, I think that would get some people in trouble. But I would have it, but I'd be careful where I wear it. I wear it to the gym. But it's like, 100%.
What are you talking about? It's dessert. Cream pie, like the dessert.
I mean, I definitely wear that to the gym. Like I have a shirt I wear to the gym. It's like, oh, I can't remember what it says, but it just says, I can't remember the rest of the words, but it says "fuck" in just giant letters.
Really?
I wear it to the gym all the time. When I hit chest, I wear it as like a pump cover.
Yeah.
And I'll see people just crank their necks and see me just wearing a shirt that just says "fuck" on it, and I'm like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
Can't get in trouble for it.
Fuck.
At the gym.
Yeah, right.
Who cares?
Which one's your favorite?
I'll say definitely the DILF one.
Yeah, DILF.
100%.
Good. I'm just gonna put an A right next to that.
Like I need that as soon as possible.
Yeah. Dude, we wanna. Oh, like once we hit our goal is 500 subs on this, 1,000 followers on the Instagram, and 500 on the TikTok. And then once that hits, then we just want to start cranking them out. Like we already started doing designs and everything for it, but we don't want to pop it out when there's like nothing's going on. But it's also like we also just want to create that as like a separate business itself. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But they are funny as fuck. I like them. I'm happy you fuck with them. Yeah. What So overall, this pretty much the last question. Like overall in life, like what is your goal?
Um, I'd say like my most like fortunate outcome after college and like if everything goes my way, I want to be I want to be on like the media teams
Okay.
for like the professional sports teams,
Yeah.
like Steelers and all that.
Yeah.
And like their media team and like how they travel with the team, take pictures with the team,
Yeah.
take videos are all behind the scenes and all that.
Yeah.
I want to do that. So I want to use my photography to either do that or use my photography to market for like a business, like a car business or anything like that. Like I want to either make content for a big sports team so I'm getting bank,
Yeah.
or I want to use my photography or editing skills to make ad content or advertisement for any business.
Nice.
Preferably vehicles because I'm a car guy. And
Oh, you
my
really?
dad. Yeah.
Oh shit, nice. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, when you're doing your internship and everything, like later on in college, like way later on, like maybe.
Well, I actually already have one.
Really?
It's not like an official internship.
Yeah, but it's just like word say. It's like like a word agreement.
Like I'm the unofficial internship. I'm the assistant media manager for the TCNJ football team.
Oh shit, nice man.
So,
nice.
That's
really cool. Good for you, man. Fuck. What else is there anything that you wanted to talk about that I haven't hit a point on?
I think we really talked about everything, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah.
Come on, dude.
I'm trying to think so hard because my life is like, it's like football, bodybuilding, photography. That's literally like the circle of my life. I'm trying to think. I don't think there's much more. Unless we talk about like girls and shit. That's just like.
Wait, you post this one guy all the time for bodybuilding.
Is it like
he has like a small like kind of like afro type?
Oh, Swole Ricketts?
Yeah, who is that?
Oh, so he's like an influencer. He's a natural bodybuilder.
Okay.
And so he did this show, I think it was a couple weeks ago. It was his first show like ever.
Okay.
And he did amazing. Came second in open.
Oh. And
then he got invited to the championship in like 2 weeks.
Holy shit.
So putting yourself through a show, like especially at that caliber, like that guy's huge. He's reached his genetic cap. And so cutting that hard and then having another show in 2 weeks, it got me really invested. And so I saw him and he was like I didn't think he was going to do as good in this show.
Yeah.
He won everything.
Holy
like he swept it. Like he's a champion and he has his pro card and everything now. And I was like, wow, like this is crazy. Like I need to post this because like other people need to see this.
Yeah.
Like that guy
really
is like
cool.
Insane.
Yeah. Okay, so you just brought up something. Thank God we did not end the podcast yet. But you brought up genetics.
Yeah.
You believe so not do you believe in that? I don't really understand it. But what is that? Is that a science thing behind it, or is it just what is genetics?
I think so. There's a lot of different components to genetics. Like in terms of like if we're talking about bodybuilding, there's even a lot of different components for that. So first is muscle shape, and like how some like you can just look at the chest. Like my chest has there's a little triangle where it's just bone.
Yeah.
Like there's no muscle there.
Yeah.
And some people have like the perfectly genetic chest where it just goes straight down. There's no like gap in between.
Yeah.
Like, in between your pecs.
Yeah.
I think like people say like there's like good genetics and bad genetics. I just think it's just there's no good and bad. It's just the way you're made.
Yeah.
And like certain genetics may look better for bodybuilding, but it's not good or bad.
Yeah.
And like there's also muscle building genetics. Like I know like it's not stereotypical, but like black people have like really good genetics.
Yeah.
And like I have great muscle building genetics from my dad. Like if you look at pictures from my dad when he was my age, when he was like 15, 16, our bodies were exactly the same.
Oh fuck, really?
Like he looked just like me, but like now he's like old. But don't talk about that. Like he's just comfortable now, so you can't knock being comfortable.
No,
but I think it's so there's muscle building genetics, muscle shape genetics, and there's also the actual capacity that you can get. Like you can reach your genetic cap.
Really?
I think there's a certain amount of muscle fibers in your muscle that allow you to get to a certain size, and certain people they have less of those fibers, so they can't get as big as other people.
Can you get more of them or no?
Yes, but that's through steroids.
Okay. So okay.
Like that's where the cutoff is.
Yeah.
So like if I live for 10 years, I will reach my genetic cap and I will like I will not be able to build more size because I've filled up my muscles completely. And then if I just take like one little shot of test, then I'll blow up again. But that's not like my genetic cap. That's now enhanced. So that's how.
Oh, really? Okay, so that's how that stuff works. Okay, shit, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
How do you feel about people like that take steroids and all that?
Honestly, like I don't like. I see a lot of people bash them and say like, oh, they took the easy route. Like, no, bro. Like steroids, if anything, steroids makes it 10 times harder.
Really?
Because when you think about it, if you're on steroids, your life is shortened, so you got to make the most of it. So they're training 10 times harder.
Yeah.
They're eating like crazy. They're eating. So first of all, it makes your metabolism faster. So you have to eat more. You have to eat way more. It's way more expensive, way more meals per day. You have to eat a lot cleaner because that food is going to do so much more for you because your body is like metabolizing it better, like quicker and better.
Shit.
And also the side effects it has on your body. Like you need to take blood work almost every other week.
Holy fuck.
And you need to just monitor your body way more. And I think people think like steroids makes life easier. No, it does not. Like there's so many bad side effects from steroids. I think it's like the biggest risk you can take, but that also has like one of the biggest rewards.
Yeah. You ever see the Trend Twins?
Yeah.
I fucking love them.
They're amazing.
Dude, they're like crazy animals.
Yeah. I was watching their like 8-hour arm day video like last week.
Yeah. Dude, their shit's like fucking insane what they do. So is Trend and steroids the same thing?
Yeah, Tren is a steroid. It's just Tren is like, I'd say it's the most infamous one because of the side effects it has. Like it's known for making people really aggressive. Like you know how the Trend Twins have so much energy in their videos?
Yeah.
That's because like Tren makes you so aggressive. It gives you so much like just pure testosterone. And it just gives you that energy.
Really?
Yeah.
What the fuck? That's really, I don't know. I find that shit like, I don't find it bad at all. I actually I like it. I don't think I'd ever take it, but I do like it. I like when people like take that stuff because it's like it's something that you'll never you would never see if no one took it. You know what I'm saying? And it's like I would honestly love to make like a fucking football organization where everybody's just on Trend and steroids and just like see them go crazy at each other.
I think there's people that are working to make that a thing.
Dude, that would
I've heard a lot about it.
That'd be fucking crazy.
Like that. Like it's like you know baseball when baseball was at like this steroid era.
Yeah.
Everyone was just hitting like 500 dingers.
Yeah.
I think it would be something like that.
Dude, it would be fucking animals. It'd be like you'd be bashing helmets just like just running head at each other.
But then again, like the danger of like
it's
like
fucking
heart problems.
it's
and all
really
that.
fucking bad for you.
It's a high risk, high reward, but that may be worth it for the money.
Yeah, I mean it's worth it for the money. It's also like it's what they want to do. You know, it's their life. It's like they're like this is how I see it. They're not hurting nobody else.
Yeah, they're only hurting themselves.
Hurting themselves. Yeah, exactly, and that's their choice. It's not like they're hurting themselves, like as in like they're hurting themselves really really bad, but it's like they're also trying to like make themselves better in their eyes. Yeah. You know, which is like. If you don't make yourself better in your eyes, it's like you really get down on a mental thing where like you could do something worse than what you do with steroids. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I like it. I like seeing people do it if that's what they want to do and everything. But it's always something that you really, really, really got to think about before you just get into it.
I mean, like I just admire it. Like I would never do it myself, but I just like to admire like, oh, this guy's like his physique is almost like perfect. Like, in every aspect, and I just admire the work that they put in. Like, I'm not like other people where other people like, oh, he's cheating because he's using steroids. Like, no, I understand. Like, that makes it 10 times harder. He's making the road harder for himself to have a better outcome, and a lot of people just don't understand that.
Yeah. Do you ever get comments that people think you're taking steroids?
Oh, all the time. Every time I cut, I get comments about steroids because they're like, oh, how are you so big and so lean? I'm like, because I'm not drinking water, dude. Like, this is like I only look like this for like 2 weeks out of the whole year. Like, just calm the fuck down. Like, you see all my other videos, and you're like, oh, no, he's fine. He's natural. As soon as I cut, they're like, he's on steroids. No, bro. Like, it's just not how that works. People just think they can just throw steroid accusations around. Like, no. I mean, I love it. Yeah. Because that just means, like, oh, you think, like, my look is unattainable. Like, that's, like, the biggest compliment ever.
Yeah.
But still, it's, like, a stupid thing to say.
Yeah. I mean, it's, like, and it's always people that never work out.
Yeah.
like
or
don't.
people that don't understand.
Yeah, that don't understand how the body works or anything like that. How was it learning about the body on your own?
I wouldn't say it was hard, but it was like a long process. Like I would always think like, oh, I know everything now, and then I see some new research come out, and I'm like, gotta change my schedule again. Like the amount of times I've changed my schedule because I found new ways to build muscle efficiently is
Really?
crazy. I've changed my schedule like over 10 times.
Really?
Yeah. And it's
So what does that mean by schedule? What do you mean
it's
by
more
that?
like not like split per se or the actual workouts I do, but it's the way I do it. Like
Okay.
the way I do my reps. Like I train until complete failure. Like
Really?
what was it? On Friday I was hitting legs and I was doing, have you ever done like heel elevated squats?
Yeah.
Like with a barbell? Or like
Yeah.
gauntlet squats?
With,
Yeah.
And you're talking about my heels are like.
Yeah.
And
Like
I'm on
you
my
put
toes.
like you put a plate under.
Yeah.
Like you know like those are like way harder than normal squats.
Yeah, of course. That's why I don't do them.
So I was doing that with like I think it was 295, 300.
Yeah, go kill
It
yourself.
was like it was right before my top set at 315, and I was doing like 8864 was my set, like my rep ranges for my sets, and this was on like my third set, so I was doing 6 reps. Weight was moving pretty good, like I was really in the zone. I was grunting a little bit at the top of my reps, and I felt kind of bad because I was being a little annoying to other people, but I didn't care. But on my 6th rep, I'm at the bottom, and I get stuck, and I'm like, holy shit, like I'm in the most compromising position. My legs are completely bent, no power coming from them. The safeties are too low, so I can't bail. And so I look around like everyone's looking at me, and I'm like, shit, now I have to actually get this up. So I try again, I get stuck again. And I'm like, okay. My mind goes blank. I'm like, just stop being a bitch. So I force it up. It was like a 30-second rep.
No.
Like, it was taking so fucking long, but I eventually got it up. I was shaking everything.
Were you screaming?
I was out of no, I was like I got up, I was like, that's all I did. And then I got it up, re-whacked it, and I looked around, everyone's just staring at me. So I was like, let me be stupid and put more weight. So
Oh my god.
I
dude.
loaded on 315, and then I did my last set for 4, and I didn't get stuck, but I grinded out the rep for like
Holy
10,
shit,
15
dude.
seconds.
Fuck, man. You got a different type of mindset because I get to a point where it's like if I get somewhere like that, it's like my mind turns into like I can't do anymore. How do you beat that? How do you did you get stuck because you couldn't do anymore, or did you just get stuck? Like what is it?
I think it was a mental thing too, because it was like, oh, my body's tired, let me just stop for this set. And then I was like, no, because like I think in terms of training to failure, like that's something that like is key to building muscle.
Okay.
People think like muscle failure is just when you feel like you can't do anymore.
Yeah.
And like I think the pain threshold is something that holds a lot of people back.
Yeah.
Like it may hurt a fucking lot and you may feel weak, but you still got 30 reps left in the tank.
Yeah.
Like if you just learn how to not ignore the pain but fight through the pain and just make the pain, like you need to understand pain is literally just signals from your brain. You're like, it's just your brain telling you, oh, this hurts. It's not telling you to stop. It's telling you, oh, this hurts. You stopping is your choice. So if they stop and they don't build that muscle because they're not trained to failure, that's on them. And you need to like put yourself in a mindset where you can fight through this pain. And I think playing football actually helps that a lot, because playing football, you get hurt every single play. Like I got hurt really bad in practice. I think it was the last practice of the season. Like after I came back from my injury before the last game, I got hit by Liu. Like, you know Liu? Yeah. He hit me side of the ear hole. I felt my brain hit both sides of my head, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, that was crazy. Came back and did it again like 2 minutes later.
That's funny.
Because it's stuff like that like playing through the pain of playing football.
Yeah.
Like, that really helps me like train to failure on bodybuilding.
All right, so the camera just shut off. But hopefully we had everything about what we were just talking about. But we were pretty much wrapping it up, right?
Yeah.
Dude, I gotta get a fucking. Wait, where do you work out?
Team 85.
Team 85. You don't work out at PSA? I thought you would have switched up to PSA or something.
No, because the membership is the exact same. So
yeah,
it's like Team 85 is more. They got pool, sauna. They just got outdoor football field.
Oh shit, really?
Yeah, PSA doesn't have that. Like,
yeah, I was gonna say PSA is like right next to a CVS, isn't it? Like super small.
Yeah, it's really small, and it's like it's so compact, and they don't even have like multiple versions of every machine. Like at
Oh,
team,
fuck, really?
there's like 3-4 leg raise machines. PSA, if someone's using it, you gotta sit there and like you
That's
gotta
annoying.
wait. If team, like at team, if someone's using your machine, you could just go find the next one because
Yeah.
there's never gonna be a time where someone's using where there's someone on all 3 of the
Yeah.
machines you want.
That shit happens at Retro, but it's fucking cheap as fuck, so I
Yeah.
always keep going there. But back at school, I have a good gym where like barely anybody has some shit on me.
TCNJ gym sucks.
Really?
The actual student gym is horrible, but like the gym for the athletes is good. So
Oh,
I might
nice,
start
nice.
going to that after football season.
Oh, nice.
There's just no mirrors.
Oh, fuck.
Because I think Coach Goff is the head coach. I think his motive was like, I don't want any bodybuilders here, and I'm sitting here like,
Eh.
I'm a bodybuilder.
Yeah,
I kind of need that shit. Like, I need to see myself. I need to watch my forms.
Dude, oh my fucking god. Dude, I love the mirrors. I love looking at myself in the mirror while working out.
It's
like,
just I'm glued to the mirror.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even look at other people. I just stare at myself.
Oh yeah, I don't look at nobody. It's just like, I don't know. I'm like in love with myself.
Yeah, I think that's how it should be. Like a lot of
Yeah.
people think that's like narcissistic. It's
Yep.
not.
Everybody's like, Dylan, you're so in love with yourself. I'm like, if I'm not in love with myself, how would I expect someone else to be?
Exactly. And I think, this is actually a good topic. Like, a lot of people have called me narcissistic for like lifting and making so much content about myself. And I'm like,
What the fuck?
if it's your life, like this is something I've never understood. Like,
Yeah.
this is my life, living in my world. Like, you can't tell me like, oh, the world doesn't revolve around you. Yes, it does,
it
bro.
does.
Like, this is my life. I'm living my life. Why would I let my life or my world revolve around anyone else but me?
And the thing is, it's like you're doing stuff that's like fucking like motivational. You're not being negative at all. You're not hurting nobody. But it's like, why the fuck are people gonna get on your case? It's like just people that just don't want to see anything happen that isn't about them.
Yeah,
or something
like,
that they want to talk about.
It's not even like I'm putting anyone. I've never put any other group down or made fun of anyone in any of my content or videos.
Yeah, no, that's such a big reason why we wanted to get you on the podcast. Was like you're so like there's nothing negative about you from what we see from the outside view.
Yeah.
Like obviously I don't know you personally at all, but it's from outside view what you post and how you act and everything. It's like you're like one of the kindest people, like one of like the most generous people that we see like influencing and showing people and influencing people, and it's just like it's really cool to see. And then I never thought I'd hear that where people are like calling you narcissistic and everything. It's like, what the fuck are they talking about?
That just like doesn't make sense to me.
No, it doesn't make any sense at all.
Like, you should always be your number one priority in your life.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like narcissism. I don't understand that. Like, I don't understand that whole concept of how that's bad. Like, prioritizing yourself can never be bad.
No.
If you're like, if you want to take control of your life, you need to prioritize yourself. You need to be a narcissist, and you need to just let these people talk because they're talking and they're not prioritizing themselves. They're talking, they're not taking care of themselves. They're talking, they're not like they're grimy, they're dirty. They're not like reaching their goals because they're not putting time into themselves. They're not improving themselves.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, the person that they're calling a narcissist is the person that's getting a 6-figure job and they're sitting there working at McDonald's.
Yeah, exactly. Let's end on this. What's all your maxes?
Deadlift 600.
Holy shit! Shut the fuck up. What the fuck are you saying?
It was last.
How you gonna fucking just go by that and like act like that's nothing? You just say like maybe like give me like a drum roll or something. You're fucking saying deadlift 600. Like motherfucker, are you fucking stupid? I don't even think I could rack that.
It's because I was cracked on pre that day. It was bad. I went into a whole depressive state after it. It was in August when I was home alone.
Yeah. And
Christian gave me this crazy illegal pre-workout. I took it. I felt like I was on another planet. I was like, yeah, I can do more. I can do more. I can do more. I wasn't even planning on maxing. Then I was like, you know what? Throw 600 on that. I did it. And in the video, you can see I did it as soon as I dropped it, the pre wore off. No. I sat there just like, just that for like 5 minutes. Because I was like, holy shit, I'm coming down to earth now. I came home. I was extremely nauseous. Took a sweaty nap for like 6 hours. I think I had a fever.
Sweaty nap.
Like, it was bad. It put me in a coma.
Holy fuck,
and then,
man.
Let's see. Bench 275. I struggle a lot with my bench because I got super long arms.
Yeah.
Like, I have like I think 6'3", 6'4" wingspan.
Holy fuck.
At 6'1".
Yeah.
It's like,
Jesus
bench
Christ.
sucks. I hate bench.
275 is still fucking
And
crazy.
then squat. I haven't squat max since last July, but I got like 435.
Jesus
but I'm
Christ.
I'm on like a road to 500.
Holy fuck.
I need to get that 500.
I knew it was going to be
squat.
fucking high once you said you did the fucking, what, elevate the heels fucking squat. And
I love
and you
that
said, And you
so
said
much.
315.
I love doing that.
Fuck you, 315, just fucking that. That's fucking insane.
I mean, last year, I think there's a video of me last year. Like, I was doing 315 for heel elevate, and I was barely getting 1. And now I'm getting like 4, maybe 5 if I just shut off everything and just keep going. But
Holy fuck, man. That's fucking crazy. How are you able to shut off, like, just your fucking mind just to go through it?
I think there's like a certain point that you reach. Like, it's happened a lot when I max. Like, there's a couple videos where, like, if I'm trying to do a deadlift max, I'll fail it twice because, like, I'll pull the bar and it just won't move. And then someone will just click, and I'm like, I'll just stop thinking and just do it. Because I think a lot of, like, one of the things for me is I'll think too much.
Yeah.
And that'll stop me from doing it. I'll be like, oh, what if I get hurt? Well, blah, 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 blah. And then once my brain just shuts the fuck up, then I'll do it. Like, it's like that for golf, too. Like, I golf all the time. Like, I'm golfing, like, I think on Tuesday.
Nice.
But, like, my driver shot, I can hit it 300 and drive the green if I want to.
Yeah.
But I think too much. Like, there's a picture on my phone. It's like a POV of my ball on the green, and then it's a tee box 300 yards down, like, all the way back. Whoa. And that's like an example of what happens when my mind just shuts the fuck up and I can just do what my body wants me to do.
Yeah? Holy fuck, man. Yeah, that's a crazy mindset that shit can happen. Do you do conditioning?
Not by choice.
Like, if you didn't have to, would you?
No.
Do you think it how people say it, like, do you think it kills, like, your gains?
I think at a certain point it does. Like, I'd say, like, if you're already lean and you're already, like, not eating a crazy amount, it's going to kill your gains because then, like, you need something to burn off. And if you're not burning off calories or fat or carbs, what are you burning off?
Yeah.
So, like, I think if you're bulking and you're eating a lot of calories in surplus, then you're going to be fine.
Okay.
So.
Shit. Yeah, I fucking hate conditioning.
I really.
I mean, I would kill myself if I was you, but.
I mean.
Yeah, doing it fucking football way, I would be dying.
God,
especially right now, dude. There's like some heat waves going out sometimes, and I'd definitely be dying.
And everything's on turf now. There's no cool grass fields anymore, especially in college. In college, everything is turf.
Oh shit!
Like, did you see the thing on Sports Center of the college that made their turf black?
No, but that sounds like hell.
So there's actually Omari's playing this team this year.
Fuck,
he's
really?
playing them at their field.
Holy shit, he's gonna burn to death.
I know,
dude. That fucking shit's gonna be steaming hot.
It's like Sunnyvale or something in New York. They made their turf black, like everything's just black, and everyone's like, "Oh, this is the stupidest idea ever." Yeah. It's actually not that bad because they're in upstate New York. Okay. So the hottest it's gonna get this summer up there is like 80.
Oh shit! All right.
So like everyone's like, "Oh my god, it's gonna be 100 degrees or something in August." It's really not that bad.
Damn. Because I was thinking if you had to like fucking, imagine you had that shit in like Florida.
That would be illegal.
Like
the field.
Your the people's gloves would start burning if they touched the ground.
The cleats would start.
Melting. The cleats would start melting.
Like I went up to a camp in Pittsburgh last year. It was 90 degrees. It was a 6-hour camp.
Yeah.
The studs on my cleats started melting. And the blisters on my feet got so bad, my socks were soaked in blood.
What the fuck?
Oh, that was on a normal, just green field. On a black field, people would have died. Like, I would have not survived because the field temperature was, like, pushing 110.
Holy shit.
Like, if it's 90 degrees and you're on rubber pellets, the field temperature goes up 20 to 40 degrees.
Jesus Christ.
So, like, if you put that black field in, like, even Jersey, just, like, on a normal, humid day, the field temp would be pushing, like, 140 maybe.
Holy shit.
And, like, you wouldn't be able to practice. You would get kicked off the field.
Yeah.
So.
What the fuck? All right, so back to the bodybuilding. We're about to be done. Do you think you're the youngest guy to, like, do what you did?
I don't think I'm the youngest guy to do what I did, but I know I'm one of the youngest to document it the way I did.
Really?
Like, I know back in the day, like, if you look at the big bodybuilders now, they all did their first shows, like, 15, 16.
Oh, shit.
But that was before, like, the rise of social media and all
Gotcha.
this.
Yeah.
So I haven't really seen anyone else, like, documenting their bodybuilding process at the age that I am.
Shit. Yeah. That's pretty fucking true. I can't believe you're fucking 17. Holy shit.
Yeah.
That is fucking insane.
I mean, I kind of just want to hurry up and be 18 because there's still a lot of stuff that I can't do. Like, I still have to, like, I'm literally a bodybuilder, and I have to take my parents with me to doctor's appointments. Like,
Oh, yeah.
like, they tell me, they're like, oh, how old are you? I'm like 17. They're like,
yeah, wait, you can't even buy, like, an R-rated game.
no, I can't. I can't do anything. Like, I can't even, like, I wanted to go, so, girl, I'm talking, like, I told you about it before. Like,
Yep.
I'm not going to say it on this.
Yeah, you're good.
But we were going to go to, like, a rage room.
Okay.
And then they were like, oh, you can't go because you're 17. I'm like, dude, like, I built, act, talk, like, look like a grown-ass man, but I can't do this. Like, I need to hurry up and be 18.
I play on a whole college football team, and
like,
I can't play in this room.
Like, I'm playing against, 25, 26-year-old super-duper seniors with job offers just waiting for them. And I can't even go to a rage room. I can't, like, do anything. I can't make a doctor's appointment by myself.
Holy fuck, man. That is fucking crazy. All right, well, Arion, I really do appreciate you fucking getting on this podcast, man. It's not only do I appreciate it, definitely the people watching and listening will definitely really appreciate it. I know a lot of people will be watching this one because they definitely want to hear a lot of shit that you said because you've been fucking everywhere I look on social media now. It's always fucking it's you, and it's always like something good, and it's perfect content. It's not fucking mediocre shit. It's really nice. The shit you're doing is like really, really exciting. It actually but the shit you do would actually make me want to wake up in the morning. So that's really fucking cool, and I really appreciate you coming out.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, of course, brother.